Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of Bristol Harbour. Go across down here to this pub, which is in Nova Scotia, famous for live music. Very old inside, very traditional. Here we are, Nova Scotia. Never noticed that before. Great, isn't that? So just going to continue now down to the harbour, if we can get down here. And we're going to go into Under Full Yard. Now, Under Full Yard is where they build all the boats. Unfortunately, a few years ago, they had a huge fire here, and I mean huge, and had to shut down. And I think some of the boats were damaged as well, which is awful, isn't it, if you're having your boat built here? But there you go. This is a nice little coffee shop here in the Under Full Yard. And as you can see, it is a working yard. That bit I've just shown you always reminds me of Les Mis, where they're at the beginning of the film, where they're pulling up the boat. Watch. That's what I mean. Always reminds me of that. Now, my phone has just told me that I'm recording through my microphone. So, when I play it back, if I have got better quality sound, it's just that when I tap it, and I hear it going bub, 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 like you would expect on a mic. But actually, if all the mic stuff is going into the phone, into the recording, that's great, isn't it? What a tech person I'm becoming, eh? Holiday nanny, who'd have thought it? So that's all the coloured houses there of Totterdown. Beautiful, aren't they? Not Totterdown, wrong area. Hotwells. Beautiful though, aren't they? They have got them like that in Totterdown as well. We're the wrong area. Just up here is where Bristol Rowing Club meet, somewhere around here. Quite a big club. They go to Scilly and lots of places racing. Coming up to another little pub here as well. They have lots of festivals. Down here they have Harbour Festival. There's a rock festival in a couple of weeks, which I would go to, but unfortunately I'm doing something else. See that tower just up by that flag? You can walk up there. Great views of Bristol. You have to go into sort of Clifton Triangle area, and you can walk up to that tower, which is lovely. I'm going to say Cabot Tower, but I think I'm wrong. Again, I'm not a historian, but there can't be that many towers in. Bristol. Cottage Inn. Lovely, isn't it? Who wouldn't want to come down here? Like I say, come to Bristol for the weekend. You've got Clifton Village, which I've already vlogged for you. This is the harbour. You've got beautiful shopping centre, Cabot Circus, right in the middle of Bristol. Beautiful shops, lovely restaurants. So you've got Definitely got 3 days of things to do. The Harbour, Clifton Village, Cabot Circus. I've told you the hotel is right in the middle there. So you've got a hotel now. And it's quite reasonable. It's something like £70 a night. So right in the middle of the harbour. You cannot go wrong. Sometimes it goes up to over 100, depending what's on in Bristol that weekend. Trouble with it being a Tuesday is that my favourite place to sit and have a glass of wine may not be open. So one, it will save me £10, which will go towards the lounge fly when I go to Disney next year. But they do lovely rosé, so let's hope they're open. That is the trouble with England, that even in the height of the summer, because it's a Tuesday, even though it's July, things won't be open. Whereas if I was, abroad, everything would be open. So that's the downfall of England. Over there, look, the grey boat. That's the grain barge that I showed you. Just want to give a shout out to 2 other vloggers, 3 actually, that are always helpful. So Scotsman in Tenerife, he's a very established vlogger, but if you send him a message, he'll always reply, try and help you. Also the Disney Wives, they do really, really good vlogs on Disney. Very friendly. They've got a Facebook page. Just lovely, lovely ladies who will always help you. And another one is called Samantha. Forgive me, Samantha, because I haven't got your second name, but I will put it up on the vlog. Lovely lady. She's just done a video about her heritage in Hong Kong, and she's off to loads of lovely places this year. So I will put her name up in a minute. Please support all these 3 people. They are really lovely vloggers. I'm guessing that is the yacht club up there. I don't know. Nice though, isn't it? A little rooftop deck. Somewhere around on Bristol Harbour, but not too far away, is also the Wallace and Gromit studio. If you're interested in Wallace and Gromit, it wouldn't be too difficult to Google. Lovely up there, isn't it? Doesn't say what it is. I am assuming it's, as it's Bristol Marina, I'm assuming that is the yacht club. Again, I don't know. I'm always going to be honest. I'm not going to say I know what something is when it's wrong. Isn't this beautiful? Seriously. I'm quite thirsty now. There's that tower up there I was telling you about. I'm just looking through this video. It's beautiful, clear, isn't it? I've only got a Samsung phone, but the clarity is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, I don't think I need to buy a GoPro, do I? Don't think so. Anyway, there's the rowing club. You can't really go wrong because it has like Harbourside Walk there in that blue. So if you get lost, just find a Harbourside Walk little place there to have a cup of tea. Now this is the only bit where you sort of have to know where you're going. So if you just follow this road around, once you get to the rowing club and the Bristol Marina Boatyard there, just follow this road around like I'm doing, and then somewhere up here we take a left. I don't know if it's signposted or not, we will see. It's a public place over there. Like I say, somewhere around here is the Wallace and Gromit place where they do the Wallace and Gromit films, drawings. And I believe they had a fire, I don't know. But been a lot of fires around here. Right, now I'm going to go down here because I think this is the way. It doesn't say, it's not signposted, but I think this is the way. Oh yeah, look there, it says Harbourside Walk. Although it's not really pointing down here, is it? But I know this is the way to go. Down by where it says Rolt's Boatyard, okay? I know when I watch vlogs, they're all brilliant. But I think to myself, yeah, but you're not actually telling me where I've got to go or where I've got to walk. So it's not very helpful sometimes when they're walking around and you see this gorgeous restaurant. But they've turned the video on and off, so you don't actually know where they are. So I'm trying to give you markers on the way around. Oh, they're beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful apartments. Again, not much of a view. I bet they'd be, well, I reckon they'd be over 1 million, right where they are. Such a position when you go around and see where they are. So we're just going to take a left from there, and it says Brunel's Great Britain. So if you were coming the other way from the harbour and you got to the Great Britain, you would go up, and it does actually say there Harbourside Walk. So it says it if you were going the other way round. It doesn't say it the way I've taken you, but the turning is by the Great Britain. Okay? Okay. So we're just coming up now to the Brunel's SS Great Britain. Somewhere down here as well, there was a coffee shop that was on a boat. If I can see it, I will tell you when we get to it. I just want to be careful not to fall over because it's a bit like Coronation Street here, all cobbled. So remember I went by and there was a place with all the sunken restaurants. That's just over there. We went down the steps and I said, there's all places to eat. That's just over there, look. There, look, you can see it. Let me show you. Oh, before I do that, there's the Great Britain. I can do that another day. Lovely coffee shop, seats out on the side. And yeah, if you just look, stretch your eyes over there, you can see where those black barges are sticking out. That's that sunken area where there is all the little bars and coffee shops. And also along here you can get boat rides around the harbour, and ferries will take you over there. They'll take you all over. So if you don't want to walk, you can do it all on a ferry and just keep getting on and off. I'm sure you can buy a day trip. I don't know, but I'm sure you can. And another thing to do, amazing, is a boat trip up to Bees's Tea Gardens. They call it a tea garden, but if you watch my Elvis vlog, it's where the boat stopped. Beautiful place, right up on the river. Lovely wine, lovely place to sit for 2 hours. Really, really nice, really nice. Okay, I'm sure on all this video I've been looking the wrong way. I don't think I've been looking into the camera. The camera's there, but I keep looking in the middle. So good job I got my glasses on. And you probably can't see that I'm looking completely the wrong way, which is really annoying. There's all the boat trips down there and the times. I've got to be careful because I've nearly fallen over. Oh, there's the cafe bar, look. There we are, cafe bar. Oh, and it used to be all open. I guess because of the weather, they've decided to cover it over. But the trouble with covering over, it's going to be baking in there. It's going to be far too hot.
On my way to work.
But they've got, I don't know if you can see it because it's so sunny. They do wines and soft drinks and Coke and coffee in there. I've got to really try not to fall over because I have nearly come a cropper. This little part of the walk's a little bit, I'm going to say boring. It's not really boring because it's Bristol Harbour and it's all beautiful boats, but there's not a lot of bars or restaurants along this area. It's just more residential. And my gimbal's doing something where it's going all wonky again, so sorry if I'm making you sick. For there at that pink roof with that funny shaped building, that's New Moon on the Quay, and you can imagine, see all the greenery in the front. I'm not going to zoom in because I've got this gimbal on, but if you imagine sitting there having tapas and wine at 6 o'clock on a beautiful summer's evening with all the boats, it's really, really lovely over there. New moon on the quay. Very short walk from Bristol Harbour. Probably from Millennium Square, 5-minute walk if you're fit. Coming back up to where there's a bit more life now.
Actually, it's a bit better sort of.
Sorry, I've had to stop the video to take a phone call, and now the gimbal's gone all funny and I can't get it to go how I had it, so it's highly annoying. So I think we're on a bit of a tilt, so I do apologise. It's really, really annoying that I had to take that phone call. So up here we're coming up to the olive shed, which is where I like to have a glass of wine. But because the gimbal's gone all wonky, I don't know whether I can be actually bothered to sit and have one and spend £10 where I could just basically sit on the harbour. I've got some drink with me, so I probably won't do that today. My mood has been cut short by the phone call that I really didn't want to take, so yeah, never mind. Yeah, so that's the olive shed, that with the green umbrellas. Really nice in there. A little bit expensive, but prime spot in it. That boat there's the Matthew, I think. As I've been on that, you can go up the harbour on your own trips of the afternoon. Really lovely ship, old-fashioned, hundreds of years old. Now over here is an interesting place. Sorry about the wonky gimbal, I'm so sorry. But over here is cargo. So you've got cargo 1, cargo 2, and they were thinking about doing cargo 3 as well. And it's all like restaurants in shipping containers. Very nice ones too. Up there I think is Root, which is a fabulous vegetarian one. Up there is Makoko, really lovely coffee shop. So again, a lovely place to come for lunch. And again, probably 5-10 minute walk from Millennium Square. Well, it's probably not that far from Millennium Square, maybe 5-minute walk. That is the M Shed as well, which is a totally free museum. And I never know if that's a Wallace or a Grommet, but you can go on a hunt all around Bristol to locate them. Yeah, gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, so that's a totally free museum to take the kids. There's a bus you can go in and climb. Now these frames up here, cranes, which I'm really sorry, my gimbal's playing me up. They turned one into a hotel a few years ago. The bid then go up and stay in the hotel, which was good. And then also in the summer, you get the steam train comes along here as well. That's the bridge. That's the bridge. It's got all the keys on it. And you see it says like Coyote Ugly and Zaza's Bazaar down there in the brown. That's where we cut up through into Millennium Square. So we're nearly back where we started. That's Millennium Square as you walk through. Another ship here, the Balmoral. You can sometimes go on the Balmoral as well when it's Harbour Festival and have a look. So we're just coming across now to another bridge that you cross over to get back to the other side of the harbour.
Figure it all out with was like amazing. Otherwise, I think I would have just like.
It's all cobbled though, so be careful if you're unsteady on your feet. Over there's the mud dock, and quite down there's a few what I call floating restaurants. They're not really floating, but they're like right on the edge. That mud dock's lovely.
Yeah.
It's got a lovely roof. Walk across this bridge. I think I'm walking on the bike thing really. I should be walking on the pedestrian. You can either go straight down there where it says the Radisson Blue, and you'll be right down. Whoa, somebody's hat's just fallen off. And you'll be right down basically in the city centre. Or you can take a left here and it just takes you round to a bit more of the harbour, which we'll do today. I'm so sorry that this gimbal is going wonky. Okay, so we're just going back now. And we've done a full circle in the 2 vlogs. Another nice bar here, look, called the Architect. Isn't it beautiful? Lovely place to sit and have a glass of wine. Bristol is so beautiful, really it is. Society Cafe on the end. Personally, I find their coffee a bit of a funny taste. It's not my favourite coffee, and I'll always be honest, so I don't go into Society Cafe if I want a coffee. It's Rick's bar over there. And we're coming back to Perrow's Bridge. Perrow's Bridge is where they put all these padlocks, but the trouble is when the bridge opens, it's an imbalance. So I think they're going to take them off soon because it's quite an imbalance. But there we are, back up Bristol City Centre. That's Millennium Square, and that's all the rest of the restaurants down there. So I hope you've enjoyed my 2 vlogs of Bristol Harbour. I'm sorry that the second one went a bit wonky because I had to answer the phone. And it's so bright I couldn't see where the buttons were to push it to get it back to the right way. But typical now, I'm ending the vlog and I think it's gone back to the right way. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please press that like button. Please leave a comment. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.